When a brand like Nespresso brings in someone like Dua Lipa, the immediate assumption is that it's chasing relevance or a younger audience. But really, it raises a bigger question. How far can you push a brand forward without losing the codes that made it recognizable in the first place? For years, George Clooney didn't just feature in Nespresso's ads, he embodied the brand. He stood for a very specific set of associations: sophistication, restraint, European luxury, all wrapped up in that iconic "what else" line. Over time, those cues became memory structures. They're what people instantly recognize and connect back to Nespresso. So bringing in Dua Lipa naturally creates some tension. She brings a different kind of energy, more contemporary, more culturally driven, and the risk isn't just about skewing younger. It's about potentially losing those established codes and drifting into something that feels more generic or purely lifestyle led. What's interesting though is that Nespresso hasn't replaced Clooney. They've paired them together in the new Virtuo World campaign. The idea is that every coffee opens up a new world, which shifts the brand from something purely about ritual to something more expansive and exploratory. But importantly, those core cues are still there: the cinematic feel, the sense of indulgence, the what else line. It hasn't been removed, it's just evolved. And that's why this feels less like a hard pivot and more like a layering of new meaning onto existing brand assets. There's still a risk here. If Dua Lipa becomes just a shortcut to cultural relevance without being anchored in the Nespresso product, it could feel surface level. But if they continue to build her into the brand's world rather than replace it, this becomes more of an evolution for the brand. Personally, I think they've struck a nice balance here. It feels like a continuation of the brand story, just opened up to a broader audience. We have a whole chapter on characters in our creative effectiveness playbook. If you're interested in learning more about how they serve as powerful mechanisms for making advertising more memorable, I've left a link in the comments.